Hi, in this video we will see some additional components of map composer. So right now I have this map and I want to add grid to this map. Let's see how to do that. So use this tool, select and move item, and select the entire map frame over here, which is already I have selected. Then you need to scroll down over here and there is an option called grid. Right now there is no grid has been added so far, so I will click over here and I will add a grid 1. Then by clicking over here I can modify the uh, grid properties. Okay, so what I will do, so you have to first enable the grid. So I have enabled the grid over here. Then I will see that let's see one by one all these options. Then I will see that there is option for appearance, there is option for frame, and there is option for draw coordinates. Let me click this draw coordinates because I want coordinates to be displayed. Okay, now let's see about the appearance. So there is a grid type over here, we'll see about it. Let's see first the what is the interval for the grid. So when you see the map, you see grid over the map, which shows the longitude and latitude of the map. So let's fix the interval for that grid. I'm putting this interval as a 10, x interval and the y interval. Now you can see the grid has appeared. So x and y are nothing but the latitude and longitude. So these are the horizontal lines are the x and the vertical lines are the y. Here the interval is a map unit and I can see them what are my map units are. So I will check my CRS. So the CRS is which I have used here is a 4326, which is the already selected CRS, so I'm not going to change it. So this is a 4326, it means it's a geographic coordinate reference system which is using latitude and longitude. So this x and y, this 10 are 10 degrees, so distance between two vertical lines is a 10 degree. So you can see over here the 70 degree, 80 degree, 90 degree, 100 degree, and y is a 10 degree, it means 30 degree, 20 degree, 10, 10, 20, 30. I can reduce this reduce this interval to 5 degree, and what you can see now it's a 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Let me zoom it just for your clarity. Yeah, now you can see. Yeah, so how can I there are also other options we will see. So this is about the grid. So this can be a solid grid, or there can be a cross, or you can explore the remaining option. If you want, if you think that this is cluttering my view, then you can increase the interval, or you can just select for frame with annotation only. So there will be just a frame and it will have annotation over here. Let me bring back to the 10. So you can now you can see the readings 10, 20, 30 and these uh, readings. So if there are no grids, these reading helps a viewer to locate the object on the surface of earth. Then I can select about the frame, for example. Then I can say go for, there are several options over here, you can choose whatever you want. I'm selecting zebra, so you can have this zebra frame over here. There are several options over here. Frame size, I can increase the frame size, I can change the frame thickness. If I increase the thickness too much, then it is not visible at all. There are also several options you can explore on your own. Also there is a format, which format you want. Right now it's a decimal format, so you 30 degrees, 20 degrees you can see. I can fix this as the decimal with suffix. So now I can view here as you can see it's a 10 degrees north, 20 degrees north, it's 100 degrees east. So there is a suffix, it tells me the location with respect to the surface of the earth, which we have already seen this in our lat long class. Also you can adjust those reading over here. For example, these left readings are horizontal, I want them vertical, so I can change over here as from horizontal to vertical ascending. Okay, let's see what is the change. Now you can see over here it has changed to vertical ascending. Similarly, I can change this also. For right side I will change horizontal ascending, so you can change this over here. Also I can change the font. There are several options over here, you need to explore on your own. For example, if I want on the right side it's outside frame or the inside frame, then the reading will shift inside the frame. Also I can select the font color, font size, and so on. If I want to increase the font, let us say I can make it 12. Okay, I can increase the distance from the map frame, I can increase the distance, I can reduce the precision. Now you can see there are 3. Precision means number of digits after a decimal point. So the right now the precision is 3. So now you can see over here there are 3 digits after the decimal point. I can reduce to 1. Okay, and so on. You can also change it to the degree, minute, second, for example like this. So it will appear the degree, minute, second, and so you can explore all these things on your own about the grid. So this is about the grid. Okay, now let's see a couple of options over here available over here. So if you are working on this composer, sometimes you need to for example, if I decided that okay, I have now set this legend, and since you are working you might click here and there and you might move the position of this legend. So I do not want to do that. So what you can do, you can log the position of this legend. For example, all the entries over here, they are listed here in this window. So I can lock this legend. So once I lock it, I cannot select it anymore. Okay, now I can select the scale. Even I can lock the scale bar. Once I lock it, I cannot select it. Same thing is with the map. For example, same thing is with this grid. Now it is moving everywhere. I can fix this frame. Okay, now I can no longer move it anywhere. The frame is fixed. Okay, now even I cannot move the content of the frame. For example, I have now unclicking it. Now I can move the content of the frame. See, I'm right now moving the content. The frame is still there, I'm just moving the content of the frame. Okay, but you want to fix it, you can click it over here, and then everything will be freezed. Similarly, if I want to say that if I want to move it over here, I will move it over here or over here. And if I want to fix it, so this is nothing but the image which we have added. So this is the picture. If I click it over here, I can no longer select it. Similarly, I can make these items invisible also by clicking this. So I'm now everything is invisible. I can bring selectively the items whichever I want. I want north arrow, I want scale bar, I want legend, I want map. Okay, so this is all about the appearance of the various content which we have added in this layout. Now the question is how to export this map. So there is an option over here. You can export this map as SVG, you can export this map as a PDF. But before that, let's see a couple of points about the layout. Before exporting this map, just look into the export settings, export resolution. The default is the 300 dpi, that is the bare minimum. I think you should should not change it. If you reduce the dpi, then the image will get distorted because of the uh, resolution. So don't change this. If you want more refined image, or if you want to print this map on a larger size canvas in reality, then increase, go for the 600 dpi, but 300 dpi for normal purpose is sufficient for A4 size. Okay, then we'll export this. There's also we can also export. The options are also available over here. Export as a PDF. So then I can, it will ask me where I want to export, so I will go to the selected folder. E-drive, class exercise and map. So I'm saying the map of India 1. Save. Then it will ask you the export options. Don't change over here, or you can also click this always export as a vector, but doesn't matter. You can save it and it will export the map. Okay, it has done. You can see the signal over here. It has now said that the layout has been exported. So I can go back to my folder, see the map, exported map. It is over here. Okay, now you can see the map. Okay, so that's it. So in this video we have learned a few things, including first of all how to export a map in a PDF format. You can also export a map as an image. The option is over here, export as an image. We have also seen how to add a grid and grid frame. So the lines which you see, these are the grids, and the border you see, this is a grid frame. So how to add a grid, how to add a grid frame. There are several options available by which you can modify the grid and grid frame. You can explore on your own. And also we have seen that how we can log the content, or make the content of this layout visible or invisible. Thank you.